The root of all fear, the most liberating truth. In order for us to understand this, first we must define what fear is. Fear is the expectation of the occurrence of the worst case scenario. We all ultimately only fear one thing. The root of all fear is death. Because if fear is the expectation of the occurrence of the worst case scenario, the worst case scenario ever is death. When I was younger and I found out that we were going to die, I was so reluctant to the idea. I was going, no, I don't want to die. I want to live forever. Because we fear that we don't know, you know? We fear that which we don't understand. It's like, who wants to die? You know what I mean? Because you don't understand it. All you know is living. I came to the realization as I grew older that there would be no purpose to life if I did live forever. Life would be aimless. What gives life its meaning is the fact that it has an end ultimately. And what makes it even more interesting is you don't know when that end is. So the root of all fear is death. And it's the most liberating truth when you understand its inevitability. And once you understand its inevitability, all you can do is accept it. And to accept it is to understand that you can't avoid it. So what's the point of living in scrutiny, of trying to cheat something and avoid it? So many people before you have tried. And they've failed miserably because it's everybody's ultimate end and the only thing promised to you. So once you learn to accept it, the trajectory of your life changes. Most of your fears dissipate. And all of your anxiety and self-consciousness and quote unquote, dare I say, fears, right? And you're caring too much about what everybody else thinks or second guessing your decisions is alleviated when you understand it's all going to end anyway. And what's interesting is when you die, you're forgotten very quickly. Very quickly. You know, your friends will probably remember you from up to 18 hours, 24 hours after your death. And then they'll get on with their lives. Your mother and your wife probably remember you the longest. And you'll probably be on their mind for a month or so. And then they'll also learn to get on with their lives. And the speed in which if you understood the speed in which you were forgotten, a lot of you guys will run to live in a life you truly desire. And you know, you can actually live this life right now when you come to the acceptance of death, right? Whether you win or lose, whether you succeed or fail, you die. Whether you overthink it, or whether you don't think about it enough, whether you try it, whether you don't try it, whether you're avoidant to it, or whether you accept it, you die anyway. So why live in scrutiny? Why live in avoidance? Accepting death alleviates a lot of fears. You know, you're not scared of things anyway, because you know when it's your time, nothing can stop it. When it's your time, it's your time. Which also makes you think, if I'm going to die anyway, why? And I know if I win or lose, I die, I might as well give it a shot. Because it was never even about taking the dub or the L. It was never really even about taking the dub or the L. It was just about doing it or giving it a shot, right? Or trying it out. You know, the grandest realization that an individual can come to is that they can never really take an L in this life. An L is a lesson in disguise. Eventually, you take so much L's, the only thing left to do is elevate. And take 2 L's, make it into W. W's in the chat right now. But the root of all fear is death. And once you learn to accept it, you realize it's going to happen. And you stop scrutinizing, worrying over it. You start to truly live a meaningful life. And start to do things without this hesitation and avoidance of the worst case scenario. Because when it's your time, and you've already accepted that. If you fear of what other people think, nonsense. Self-doubt, no space for it. Perfectionism, we'll do it unfinished. You become what I call a wahash. A wahash is a beast in Arabic, right? You become a wahash of an individual, right? Because you start to operate life on your own terms. Because you understand you only have one. You only have one. And I made a video a long time ago and I had this quote in the video that I really like. It's not that we think we are immortal, but it's that we behave as if we have infinite time. It's not that we think we are immortal, because logically we know we're going to die. But we behave as if we have infinite time, delaying things until tomorrow. Thinking I'll start tomorrow, start the next day, or I'll give it a go later. Who knows if later will come around? You only have today, so make the most of it. The root of all fear is the most liberating truth when you learn to accept that everybody's gonna die, and you never know when, so you might as well live a life worth living.